Hi everyone, my name is Cynthia and welcome to this YouTube channel. Today I'm redesigning a sketch of a logo that a client gave me. I'm starting out by drawing a rectangle and using the color dropper tool to get the exact same color that the client wanted. And today we're designing for a brand called Loving Securely, which is an attachment theory-based coaching service for couples. And if you don't know what attachment theory is, it's basically this psychology theory that says there are 4 attachment styles. So anxious preoccupied is when you're super clingy and needy and scared of abandonment. Fearful avoidant attachment style is when you have really bad trust issues, you're kind of hot and cold with your partner. And dismissive avoidant is when you are more scared of commitment and scared of being vulnerable and you don't really want to open up to anyone. And the secure attachment style is when you're actually balanced and you just love people in a very healthy and authentic way. So in order to symbolize that sense of security, my client wanted to go with some squares, but she didn't know exactly what she wanted to do with them. And she gave me this sketch where the squares are kind of dynamic. There are some super thin lines, super thick lines. Looks like there's about 3 squares and they're just kind of randomly placed. So I had the idea to minimize the squares because when I do logos, I usually want to make them something that a fan of that business could just recreate by drawing. So I simplified it. And I also wanted to do just 2 squares in order to symbolize 2 people falling in love. And if you look closely, I kind of arranged the squares in a shape where they almost look like a heart. And I know it doesn't look exactly like a heart, but if you were to round out the edges, I think it looks like a heart personally. You know, you have the 2 bumps at the top and then they meet at that triangle in the bottom center. But let me know what you guys think because some people think it looks like a heart and some people don't. But anyways, I just broadened the stroke because when I design logos, I don't want to make them too thin. If they're thin and you shrink them down to go in the corner of a pamphlet or something, then you're not even going to be able to see the logo because it's just going to disappear into the background. So I'm also boldening the strokes on the typeface. And for this typeface, I chose Futura, partly because it's one of my favorite fonts and it's kind of my go-to, but mostly because I'm going with a very geometric theme for this logo design, and Futura is one of the best geometric fonts. And I'm not only going with a geometric appearance for the outside of the logo, but I'm also going to take these squares and repeat them and use them as the O on the Loving. So here you'll see me copying and pasting this and shrinking it down to be the size of the O. And it didn't fit exactly in there, so I had to kind of rearrange the letters. And as you're about to see, I really messed up the kerning pretty badly throughout this entire process, but I ended up going and fixing everything after the screen recording is done, so don't worry, it's going to look really good in the end. I know this is like the absolute worst that it gets, but don't worry. So after I got the basic design together, I also spent a lot of time just trying to align things and make sure everything looks perfect. So I ended up removing the background and putting a grid and just making sure everything was really, really perfect because graphic design is not just about the big picture, it's also about those really tiny details that you can't even notice from a distance, but they still make all the difference. So you're going to see me doing that at some point. And yeah, I'm really happy to be working on this project. I've been doing a lot of freelance gigs recently, and it's been making me really happy. And I know I haven't posted in a while. The reason is because I was focused more on the freelance gigs, but I decided I would start screen recording things and trying to post them to YouTube. So let me know if you all like this style of video, because I can definitely start putting it out more often. And on top of that, I also just put in my 2 weeks notice at my food service job, and I'm gonna try to pursue graphic design full time. I'm really excited. It's kind of a risk because I'm just doing freelance right now and it's not the most stable position, but I am also looking for a more stable graphic design job on top of what I'm currently doing, so I feel pretty confident that it's all gonna work out. And now that I don't have a food service job, I literally have all the time in the world to just commit to this. And it makes me so happy. Like, I could honestly cry thinking about it, but I'm not gonna cry because this is a YouTube video. But let me know if you want me to put out a longer video explaining how I came to that decision and what my next steps are, because I would be really happy to put that out. And yeah, I'm just really excited for my future, and I hope you are all doing well too. And anyways, I'm just realigning everything for the last time to make sure everything looks super perfect. So I'm using those align tools, and I'm also using the grid tool because I want everything to be super, super straight and super, super perfect. And yeah, this is the before. Wait for it. Okay, this is the before, and this is the after. Okay, I hope you all really, really like it, and I'm so happy to be back on YouTube, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Okay, bye!